45 is not the new 25. Thinking about what to present as an entertaining speech, and this came up about 9 years ago. Dina and I was invited to a 40-year-old birthday party. Ricky and Lucy invited us to go on Lucy's 40-year birthday party. What was unique about it, it was going to be on a Carnival cruise. So us, along with one other couple, Fred and Ethel, went on this cruise. So here we go. We head down to, we left out of New Orleans, Louisiana. It was in June, nice, warm. Head down. We're excited. We planned this for like 4 months. The girls were tan. They'd been in the tanning beds. They were ready to go. Get on there. The first thing we do, we get out. You know how everybody been on a cruise? No. Well, the first thing you get on the cruise, first thing you do, fruity drink. Fruity drink. Fruity drink. They pass around the fruity drinks. They're going around there. Everybody's having a good time. Got all the dancing going on. Da 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 da. You can just see it. Well, Fred, he's getting drinks for everybody. Here, have a drink, have a drink. Fred had never been on a cruise either. About 30 minutes into the cruise, we haven't even left yet, but we're still out there dancing, having a good time. Fred's passing the drinks around. Well, Lucy asked Fred, said, Fred, you know those drinks cost money, right? Fred just gives him a look, you know. He didn't have any idea. Well, they were $12 a pop for those drinks. He had spent $180 on drinks. We hadn't even left yet. So here we go. We finally leave. And the first day, you know, we consumed too much alcohol. I'll just go ahead and tell you. This is probably our first trip without kids for all of us. We're all between 40 and 45 years old. And it's probably our first trip in 10 to 12 years. And so we drank too much the first day. We go out and have a nice dinner, sleep it off, have a good day. Next day we're at sea, everything's going good. Well, then we reach Cozumel, Mexico. Cozumel is beautiful, beautiful port. If you've ever been, it's a very, very beautiful port. And Cozumel, we go to this all-inclusive resort, nice resort, very nice. So we get off, go there, start drinking. It's all-inclusive, so we're going to drink. You know, we're 25, we're not 45. So we're drinking and eating all we can eat. And Lucy decides she wants to play volleyball. 45 years old, a lot of teenagers out there playing volleyball, so she decides she wants to play. Well, she kicks something concrete, and her toe is bleeding like an 80-year-old on Coumadin. I mean, it won't stop bleeding, but she has enough alcohol in her, she really doesn't care. So we just wrap it up. You know, we're not going to the doctor in Cozumel, New Mexico. We're going. We're just having a good time. So I don't know how she made it, but she made it through. So we all get back on the boat, head out. And the next day, Costa Maya, which was the factor that I wanted to talk to you about tonight. I will never forget this location as long as I live. I'm sure Fred and Ethel and Ricky and Lucy and Dina will never forget it. We get off the boat. Now, Costa Maya is just a rural part right on the peninsula there, but it's just very rural except for the dock and one little resort area. So you picture a long dock, cruise ship docks, you got the one nice pool area and then rural area. So we get off. We decided after the resort the other day we were going to just play it by ear and see what happened. Well, we see this nice looking young man and he's selling all-inclusive day at the beach. Had nice pictures, beautiful pictures. So we're in, $50 each, all-inclusive. So here we go. Well, we're waiting for the bus to take us. There's no bus. Sir, how do we get there? Oh, we just walk. So we start walking and we walk. So we're wondering, where's it going to be? Well, we finally come around the bend after maybe a quarter of a mile on the left, and it's a nice area right on the beach, beautiful water, nice tiki hut with food and nice umbrellas, cabanas. And we start walking in there. He said, oh, no, not here. Keep going. So we keep going. And we said, well, as long as it's like this, it'll be fine. It can't be much farther. Go around the corner. At this point, when you walk around the corner, there's nothing but chickens and children barefoot and older, what you would picture in the Appalachian Mountains. I mean, it's just rural. So we keep walking. We say, this is not good. So we walk another 300 or 400 yards, and we keep saying, how much further? Around the next bend on this dirt road is militia with machine guns, about 20 of them, and scaring us to death. I mean, it scared us to death. And we said, oh no, we can't go any further, we're going back. We pushed forward. He said, oh no, it's no problem, they're protecting us from the drugs. They're looking for drugs is what they were doing. So we go around the corner. Sure enough, it's not far from that particular area. In fact, we could see the militia guarding us while we were there. We see it. When I turned the corner and saw where we were going to be, there was about 8 or 10 dogs. There was tables, picnic tables with some umbrellas, Coca-Cola umbrellas. Some of them had them, some of them didn't. A small bar area, and the lagoon, it was a lagoon area. It wasn't where the ocean was, but it was a lagoon. At this point, we had walked far enough where we couldn't walk back, so it was probably a mile. So we said, okay, we're in. We paid the money. We got to be in. So we go in and sit down. There was probably 4 or 5 other families there, and so we start drinking tequila. We're going at it. We're going to get our money's worth. They brought us out here in the middle of nowhere in Mexico. We're getting our money's worth. Well, they brought us the food, nachos. No cheese, nachos, chips.
The side of flies.
Yes, side of flies. We didn't care. Cuban cigars. We knew they weren't Cuban, but we bought them like they were Cuban cigars. And then we weren't there long, of course, and somebody had to go to the restroom. It was Dina. So it was either the brick building that no telling what was inside, or the lagoon. Well, Dina being from Alexander City, Alabama, she chooses the lagoon. So here she goes out into the lagoon area. She's the first one in there. And she's close enough to where we can see her facial expression. And she's like this, sinking down. And she's sinking down, not squatting. She's sinking down into the silt, into the lagoon area. So it was hilarious watching the expression on her face and seeing her go down. I'm sinking! She thought she was in quicksand. And we were just laughing our heads off at her. We had a good time in the lagoon area sinking. Gets back. We're getting the bartender up there that makes Jose to make us every drink he's got back there. He's got fresh coconut. It was awesome. So we decided it's time to go back. Hour till the cruise ship leaves. So, okay, Jose, we don't want to run back. Can you take us back in your car? Oh, no car. There's $50 in it, Jose. Oh, I'll go get a car. So I said, if you get us back in 15 minutes, we'll give you $50. So he gets us back. So we've got 45 minutes. The boat is from here to probably the BP. You can see the boat, huge boat on a big pier. You can see it, so oh, we're good, 45 minutes. So we go to the swim-up bar in this big pool. We're gonna have a drink before we go. Well, we're having a good time. The music's loud. Before you know it, bonk! The boat is leaving. The boat is leaving. And you have never seen 45-year-olds run like 25 till right then. We got on it and got to the boat. And we were exhausted, to say the least, by the end of that day. But Lucy and Ricky and Fred and Ethel and Dina and I had a great time on that Carnival cruise. And when Dina and I are on the way home, we rode in separate cars on the way home. We were reflecting on the trip. And the thing that I looked over and told her, honey, 45 is not the new 25. Miss Toastmaster.